Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome to tonight's session, How to Break into Cybersecurity Without a Tech Background. And I'm so happy to have you all here tonight. It's going to be a wonderful time. We are going to demystify the subject of cybersecurity. And by the time we are done tonight, you will understand that you can be a cybersecurity professional even without a tech background. So I'm Omiale Yomi. I'm the founder of Digital Consulting, and I'll be your host tonight. Of course, I'll be having tonight Shegun Ebenezer, who is our career coach. I'll also be having Nelson, our internship manager. And two of our past students will be here tonight to also share their experience with the digital program. And one thing I want to assure you is that tonight is a night that will transform your career trajectory, even your life trajectory, because digital consulting, we've been around now for more than 6 years, and we have a lot of results to show for it, right? We are not storytellers, we are practitioners, and our result speaks for us. So it's going to be a remarkable time. And one thing I plead for tonight is your full attention. I want to have your full attention in tonight's session. I want you to be here wholeheartedly. I want you to be here wholeheartedly. So that being said, let's set out the plan for tonight. Let's set out the plan for tonight, how to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. And this is for people living in Nigeria, living in United Kingdom, or living in North America. Wherever you are living, tonight is for you, right? So let's go. How to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. How to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. So the first thing we are doing tonight is who am I? I'm the founder, Digital Consulting. So let's say a little bit. Then who are we? Who are we? A brief profile of Digital Consulting. Brief profile of Digital Consulting. So very important. The number 3, why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Why should you? Because there are many tech fields. We have data science, data analysis, business analysis, project management, full stack web development, AI. So why cybersecurity? Number 4, what exactly is cybersecurity? What exactly is cybersecurity? Number 5, how to break into cybersecurity. How to break into cybersecurity. How do you break into cybersecurity? Number 6, the next steps. I love to call this the digital way. The next steps, or we call it digital way. Number 7, question and answers. Right? So it's going to be transformational tonight. So the first thing is, who am I? I'm the founder of Digital Consulting. So, and I'll be your host tonight. So who am I? So first of all, I'm Omiyale Yomi Martins. I'm the founder of Digital Consulting. We started this in 2019 as a side business. I was doing tech business. I still had a job then. Then 2020, I went in fully into it because as at by the end of 2019, from my tech side also, with all what I was learning, I was earning double my salary, even as an oil and gas worker. So by 2020, I went fully into it and I began to teach people around 2020. I was teaching them exactly what I was doing, right? Aside that, I'm a pastor. I pastor household of King's Church to Jodubega, Lagos. and I'm also a real estate developer. But for tonight, I'm here to teach us about tech, So that's that for that. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it tonight. So we move. Right. So I have a slide that I love to show whenever I'm teaching on this subject. There is a slide that I share with everyone, and this slide will just show. Well, so let's get into it. Let's get into it right away. So without saying much. So for those who are in the United Kingdom, you are the right place. Tonight's session is for you. For those who are in the United States, you're also in the right place, right? Okay, so I found the slide. Right. So let's go. Okay, so this is a slide that I've been looking for. So I used to work at a multinational Big Four tax and auditing firm, and I was there from 2013 to 2018. And I worked as a senior tax accountant with the largest indigenously owned Nigerian oil exploration and production company. I was there 2018 to 2020. I used to pastor Lighthouse Church, but I currently pastor Household of King's Church. These are old pictures. It's myself and my wife. Some of you might have seen her. Debbie Achievers online. This was at the start of the church. The church is at Ojodubega, Lagos, right? So that's a little about me. Let me share a few pictures with us. A few pictures would do. Okay, let's go. Right here. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so in case you see me and so this is me right here. This is me. This is me right here. In charge. Right, right. Okay, this was at a real estate conference. At another real estate conference. This was a tech program. I think this was around COVID time. Right, around COVID time. Okay, so that is who I am. I believe you've picked one or two lessons about myself right there. But because of our time, we can't waste so much time on that. We need to move. We need to move fast. Right, back to my slide or my outline. So I'm the founder, digital consultant. Now, the next thing on our slide is who are we? Digital consulting, who are we? That's the next thing. Who are we? Now, digital consulting has been around since 2020. And in the last 6+ years, we have trained tens of thousands of Africans and non-Africans on tech skills. And that is just the truth. And we have helped thousands to transition to tech, to set up tech-enabled businesses, and to use tech to support their career and their businesses. We have students in Nigeria, of course, in the United Kingdom, Europe, Qatar, UAE, North America, US, and Canada, right? So we have a lot of experience doing this. Our team is well over 70, almost 80 staffs, and still growing. And I say these things because I want you to understand that we are not just people that just started yesterday night, right? We've been doing this over the years, and we have a lot of testimonials. Some of you have seen our testimonials on the group. So we are very detailed, very comprehensive. But don't take my word for it. Let's go to Google and some other places and find out about digital consulting. Because I'm seated in my house and I'm having this session with you. Some people are always a bit skeptical. Oh, how true is it? Are they legit? Are they real? Okay, don't take my word for it. Let's find out how legit we are. Let's go. So the first place we are going to is Google. Google, because you get people saying things like, oh, I attended the training before. I know someone who attended the training with one company like that, and they did not get anything. I hope digital consulting is not like that. Don't don't take my word for it. Let's just check things out ourselves, right? Let's check it out ourselves. There's no need taking my word for it. Now, so we are right here on Google, right? And this is Gemini, right? Digital Consulting is a reputable Nigerian-based tech reviews that means depending on what as a training student, right? So um, we look at highly rated for intensive hands-on training in fields like data science, product design, cybersecurity. The courses require height, while some trainees land job, others know that's only, So we have that, and there are many stuffs here. Now, where do we go to immediately? Let's go here straight away. Let's check out our reviews. Right now, one thing about reviews is that if you are doing a bad job, you will always have a lot of bad reviews. But if you are doing a good job, most people will not just bother because that's what they paid for. But despite that, we have a lot of reviews here, a whole lot of reviews. And we don't seek reviews, but students by themselves just go to our page and drop reviews there. So let's go. Let's go here. Okay, so it's a Tech Training Institute. You can check out the reviews here. It's been an awesome learning. I'm currently taking a course with Digital. I was looking for this. I had a great experience. So take your time and go through these reviews. Take your time and go through our reviews. So that's very important for those who, because we have like 164 reviews here, right? And those are people who decided to drop reviews. So that's step one, but it doesn't end there. Now, the second place to go to, if you are looking for digital consulting, is to check us out on LinkedIn. Check us out on LinkedIn. So let's go to LinkedIn and we search for digital consulting. Are we ready to go? Okay, so let's do this. Digital consulting on LinkedIn. Okay, let's do this. So once we are done with this, we move to the next thing. Okay, so let's go. Now, to make your search very easy, if you want to find out about digital consulting, our students, I'll just make that very easy for you tonight. Very, very easy. Now, this is an digital consulting student. As you can see, certified in cybersecurity, digital consulting. And so you can check a lot of our students and what they are doing, right? But that, not just that. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, now, so let's just go through. So what you just do is I went on Google and I just said um, digital consulting LinkedIn, right? So just check out all the students. So this is another student. You will see our students on LinkedIn, right? So this is also a student of digital consulting. As you can see, a student of digital consulting right there. So that is the easiest way to get all these people. So let's look for another student of ours. Another student of ours, digital consulting, right? On and on and so these are established people. So we've been around for a long time, right? And we have a lot of students, a whole lot of students. So let's check this out. I'm not sure this is a student. I think this might be a post. I think this is just a post. Okay, yeah, this is a post, right? So we want to see our students. This is the fastest way to do that. Theodora, right? So let's check out Theodora, right? Is another student of digital consulting. So on and on and on, right? You can see what they are doing. You can see their profiles. You can see what they are doing, right? And you can see that they have internship with us, right? They have internship with us, and you can see the companies they are working. So you can't exhaust this. This is a Chinedu, another student of digital consulting, cybersecurity intern, doing amazing things with us. This goes on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on, right? So just check out this student. Okay, let's check out this Uforma, another students of digital consulting, right? Transitioning into it. So he did a different course entirely, and he's doing wonderfully well with it. This will be the last page because of my time tonight, right? So this is Yoma. This is Adiola Lalade, right? Just check out these people, and you can see what they are up to. You can look at the caliber of our students. So this thing is very important because, you know, people just always have this. So this is another cloud engineer, right? So I think I've done enough on that already. And at this point, I will go back to my slide. So I've been able to show you that Agita Consulting is an organization that has been around for the last 6+ years. We have trained tens of thousands. We have helped thousands to get jobs, to transition to tech, to set up tech-enabled businesses. We are real. You can check us out on Google. You can check us out on LinkedIn, right? So that is very, very important. Very important. So that being said, let's move on. If you are still with me, can I see your hands? Can I see your hands? If you are still following me, kindly let me see your hands. Okay, very good. So who are we? I've explained who we are in digital consulting. Oh, thank you for the hands. Thank you for the hand. Who are we? I've explained who we are. Now we're getting to the meat of it. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? This is where it really gets hot. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Now let's get into it right away. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity of all things? Why not AI? Why not business analysis? Why not project management? Why are we talking about cyber security? So let's start with why tech. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Now, before I go on into tech, there's a common question that many people have. And I often get this question, and people say things like, oh, sir, everybody is talking about tech. I hope tech will not get saturated. I laugh. The world is not moving away from tech. The world keeps moving towards tech, right? Tech is going to be the end of the world. Right now, we're in the age of AI, right? AI is the thing right now. And from AI, robotics is becoming, we're now having AI with robotics, right? Robotics has always been there, but AI is now adding to robotics. If you've been watching, following the Ukrainian war, they're actually now using robots in battle. Robots that can differentiate between an adult and a child. Robots that can differentiate between a soldier carrying a gun and a civilian. And Ukraine is actually using robots to fight Russian soldiers. So the tech can never be saturated because the world keeps going to tech. And cybersecurity can never be replaced with AI because, yes, AI can be used in cybersecurity, right? But there will always be, because the most important thing there is that above every other thing, a human will still be needed in the process. So AI can replace maybe some tech jobs, But AI can never replace cybersecurity because the human agency cannot be, as in, separated from security, right? So that is very important. Now, why tech? Why tech? Why are we even talking about tech? I've given some instances. IT opportunities are abundant. That's just the fact. IT opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few. I know some of you will argue with me and say, oh, no, it's not true. I know somebody who has been looking for a job. Listen, in Digital, our cybersecurity program is 5 months, 100% online, project-based, practical. At the end of your 5 months, you have additional 6 months of internship where you are now working on real life scenarios where you are in a workplace, because that's the way our internship works. By the time you are done with our internship program and our training, your competency is like that of an individual who has been working in cybersecurity for 4 to 5 years. I'm not just talking, I'm telling you the truth. So the reality is that people don't get jobs in tech is because they are not well skilled. They are not well skilled. If you are well trained, well skilled, you execute your project, you do your certifications, the jobs will always come. The jobs will always come. I know many of you, when the CEO of MoneyPoint recently, when he said in the organization, they have 500 job roles that have been unfilled. So if a MoneyPoint is still battling with filling vacancies, it shows you that there is no saturation in tech. The real saturation that we have is a lot of unskilled people. And that is where digital comes in, because our training, I know many of you watching me tonight will be like, oh, why 5 months? I just want a 2 weeks. And that is why they go for all these 2 weeks, 3 weeks boot camp, and they are booted out. They are booted out. That is what happens. They go for the boot camp, but they can't plug into the system. So our program is very detailed. Our program is not just plug in, plug out. It's not just a garbage in, garbage out program. No, it's very detailed. It is not because we don't have things to do with our time, but we are very, very detailed in our approach, because it's not just about saying you have passed certifications alone. It's part of it. It will give you a foot in the door. But the reason why there are many unfilled job roles in cybersecurity, in tech, is because there are half-baked trainees graduating every week from boot camps, from training centers, but when they get out there, they are not competitive. Aside that, our training is done in such a way that at times you don't even need jobs. You can create the jobs as a consultant, because we teach you to set up a cybersecurity department. So even if an organization doesn't have a cybersecurity unit, with what you have learned, you can move into the organization and start cybersecurity from the scratch. It's detail, right? So IT opportunities are abundant. That's it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The jobs are there. The problem is, do we have people that can do the jobs? There's potential for remote jobs, flexible job schedules, freelancing, a shortcut into making steady income. Now, don't take my word for it. Let's go to LinkedIn once again. Let's go to LinkedIn and let's see for ourselves. Are there really jobs? There are jobs in cybersecurity. And the beautiful thing about cybersecurity is that you can get both local and remote jobs. I know some of you will say, wow, yes. There are job roles in cybersecurity that, even though it's cybersecurity, they can outsource those job roles to people that are not resident in their country. Because cybersecurity is broad, there are some job roles that you can only do it if you are resident in the UK or you are resident in the US, right? But there are many other job roles that it doesn't matter where you are resident. You could be in Nigeria, you could be in Ghana, you could be in Kenya, and you could still do that job for that organization. You can work remotely. We have members of our team who actually work remotely, based in Nigeria, working remotely. So it's not rocket science. Now, but don't forget the rule of the game: be ready to be trained. Stop looking for all these quick fixes. 2 weeks program, 3 weeks program. You see, we in digital, we are focused on quality. That is, we are focused on quality, right? So that is us. That is what we major in, quality. Now let's go cybersecurity. Jobs, cybersecurity jobs, and I'm on LinkedIn. Cybersecurity jobs. Now, another thing about our training is that every day we post jobs. So every day we post jobs, every day in our community, every day for all our students, every blessed day. And all we just expect them is to apply for those jobs and to get those jobs. That's it. So there are jobs here and there, but that's not what I'm looking at here. So let's go to jobs. Now, let me also say this. Let me say this. And let me drop this here. You see, I understand the job market, and many employers, and this is where many people get it wrong when it comes to training. Many employers are not looking for entry level, or let me say most are not looking for entry level in cybersecurity. They're actually looking for people who have 3 to 5 years work experience. So how are you going to get that 3 to 5 year work experience? And that is why we started the internship in digital. And I can tell you for a fact, some of our students will come here tonight, their competency, the competency of an digital student is equal to that of a cybersecurity professional who has been working in cybersecurity for 3 to 5 years. Why? Because of the rigorous training and the internship. And that is why it's easy for many of these people to consult or to get mid-level roles, because we don't just train them to be entry level. By the time you are done with the training, you are not an entry level anymore. You are a mid-level professional. Now, and I said this because by the time I show you these jobs, you start seeing 3 to 5 years experience, blah, blah, blah. Now, let me tell you this. Let me also drop this here. If you're applying for a job and on the job description, they said, oh, we need an AI prompt engineer with 6 years experience in Claude and ChatGPT. You know, that doesn't make sense, because ChatGPT came out maybe less than 3 or 4 years ago. So where are you going to get the 6 years experience from? So it's the same thing in cybersecurity. That cybersecurity is an evolving field. It keeps evolving. And what we do in digital is that we teach you based on what is needed at the moment. Like, this is what is relevant in the market. Because what people learned 3 years ago is not what is relevant today. Things change, evolve. So you are not attending a boot camp that they are teaching you a syllabus that is dead, right? No. So let's look at the jobs. This is United Kingdom. Let's look at the posters. So there are jobs. Past week, let's just do past week. Jobs everywhere. Everywhere, jobs are there. Some of these jobs are open to people even outside of Nigeria, right? Not all, but some are open to people outside of Nigeria. That's the truth. Look at this job now. 4 days ago, just 54 applicants, right? So there are jobs. This is UK for you. Let me even do the last 24 hours. Past 24 hours, lots of jobs here. So let's see. Cyber Essential. So this 21 hours ago, just 5 applicants, security analyst. This is 24 people clicked apply. It doesn't mean 24 people have applied. So here's a job that just 24 people clicked apply. Just 24 people. So you can't keep doing this and not get a job. We have a lot of our students in the UK who are working in cybersecurity, a whole lot of them. So you can't keep doing this and eventually not get a good job. So this is another one reposted 21 people 4 hours ago. Oh, that job must be a very good one. That is where a lot of people are applying, right? But let's leave UK. Let's come to Nigeria. 9 hours ago, 17 applicants. So it's not rocket science. If you have the skill, the jobs are there. So where's the saturation? So this is Nigeria. 24 hours. We have cybersecurity lead. Just showing you. Okay, 9 hours ago, 5 people have applied. This is a CTO. 45 people have applied for this one. IT system auditor, server and storage manager, technician, IT officer. And if you go on Google, you go on Glassdoor, there are just many jobs there. So we've sorted that out, that there are jobs. We are clear about that. There are jobs in cyber security. Now, back to my slide. Back to my slide. I've said a lot. I need to go back to my slide. If you are still with me, can I see your hands? I need to see your hands to be sure that you are still with me. I need those hands. I need those hands up. I need those hands up. Right now, no IT background needed. No university degree needed. Yes, I said what I said. The pathway is very simple. You need a boot camp training with an internship like the one we offer. You need some certifications under your belt. We'll guide you through all that. Don't bother about that. And you need to build your portfolio of projects. That's it. Your university degree, all those things they are secondary. They are done in like whether you did computer science or didn't do computer science is irrelevant, right? No age constraint. Some people have this idea that, tech is for all these 24, 21-year-old, 18-year-old. That's a big lie. Bookie writes, you can check out on Google, transition at the age of 44. Just Google it, at the age of 44. Today, 11 years after, she's a senior IT auditor in the United States. She's currently in Nigeria, but she works remotely now. So don't write yourself off and say, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my late 30s. Tech is a different world entirely. So don't write yourself off. Understand that. Now, LinkedIn is your friend. I've shared with you on LinkedIn. I in-demand job skills, and we go on that. So now, because of my time, I wouldn't really waste much time talking about what is cybersecurity, blah, blah, blah. I will just show you why cybersecurity, the why of cybersecurity, and why cybersecurity is a career of the present and of the future. It's a career of the present and it's a career of the future. And I'll just show you with one slide, just one page slide. So, why is cybersecurity one of the most high in demand tech skills? 2 major reasons, or 3 major reasons. And follow me. Number 1, statutorily, cybersecurity is required. For instance, in Nigeria, this law was passed in 2023, the Nigerian Data Protection Act, and was signed into law, right? It became a statutory requirement. Before then, banks, fintechs have been under strict regulation, but with the passage of that law, it's affecting everybody because we all produce data, we use data, we utilize data, right? So statutorily, it's a statutory requirement. Number 2, why is cybersecurity an high in demand tech skill? Number 2, because of the cost of cyber attacks. The cost of cyber attacks. The cost of security is always less than the cost of a cyber attack, of a cyber crime. Now, look at this. 2018, this is in $1 trillion, 860 billion cost of cyber crime. 2019, 1.16 trillion. And it keeps rising. Now, this was a report in 2022. I will have to confirm the figures, but most likely it's even going to be higher than this. Major financial institutions always come under attacks. Health organizations, manufacturing companies. So the cost of cybercrime pervades every sector, every industry, not just the financial industries. Of course, those ones take it very seriously, but now everybody needs to take cybersecurity seriously. That's number two. Number three, why organizations take cybersecurity very seriously is that at times when organizations are bidding for contracts, they are bidding for jobs, whoever is doing business with them, and this is where third-party risk management comes in, where ISO 27001 comes in, and other standards comes in. Whoever they want to do business with wants to be sure that this organization that we are interacting with, that will be sharing our information with, that will be sharing our data with, that will have a level of access into our systems, is an organization that takes security seriously, so that they don't use their own problem to affect us. You get it? So these three reasons. Number one, statutory requirements. Number two, cost of cybercrime. Number three, it's a business decision. You are bidding for a job, you want to secure a job, and your client is requesting for proof of cybersecurity compliance, is requesting for proof of IT audit, is requesting for proof of your system being up to date, of your cybersecurity architecture up to date. So these are the issues. This is why organizations no longer joke, and a lot of things are happening. This is why when you are coming into digital, it's not just even about, oh, you just want to get a job. You can work as a consultant. You can work as a consultant. It's not just about getting a job. You can get jobs by the side working as a consultant. So this is how this thing works, right? What is very important is you getting the skill, you getting the training, getting the skill, getting the training, getting the knowledge, getting the certification, building your portfolio of projects, having the internship under your belt, because the demand is there. Right there. Now, having said that, let me check. So I think I've shared that. If you are still with me, can I see your hand? Can I see your hand? So why tech, why cybersecurity? Right now, the next thing on my slide is what exactly is cybersecurity? What exactly is cybersecurity? What exactly is cybersecurity? And I will get into it right now. What exactly is cybersecurity? And at this point, I will share an image. And once I'm done with that image, I've explained to you why cybersecurity is an high in-demand skill. It's very broad. There are lots of job roles there. It's a business requirement. It's a statutory requirement. The cost of cybersecurity is high. You don't want to joke with it because of the cost of cybersecurity is very high. Now, what exactly is cybersecurity? I will explain this with image. We explain this with an image. What exactly is cyber security? This will be explained with an image, and I want you to pay attention. Please pay attention. There is no mystery in all these things. There's no mystery here. Just pay attention. Okay, so I think I'll just reduce this a little. Yeah, good. I think I've gotten the setting now. Now, what exactly is cybersecurity? Now, don't get overwhelmed with what I'm about to show you. So, in digital, is our approach. We train you, the foundation. The first month, second month, third month, you are getting the foundation. In your fourth and your fifth month and your internship, you specialize, right? Now, meaning you know everything. You know something about everything, then you specialize. Now, I'm saying this because of people who will reach out and say things like, oh, sir, I just want to be an hacker. I want to be a penetration tester. I want to be an ethical hacker. I want to be an hacker. I want to be an hacker. Now, listen, if you want to be an hacker, that's a good thing because it's under offensive. Pen tester, vulnerability tester, ethical hacker, all those things are under offensive. It's hacking. But you will be a better hacker when you have the foundational knowledge of cybersecurity. Then you decide to specialize in that area. Or you get into cybersecurity and you realize that people have told you, oh, hacking, be an hacker, but by the time you get in there, you realize that, oh, wait a minute. I think I actually want to be a cloud security engineer. I think I want to be a network security engineer. I think I even want to do GRC. Right? So don't just come in and you are narrow. Because here's the thing. When you have the foundation, there are many things you can do. Right? We have application security, the secure application. We have the architect, the design, the security architect. We have the auditor. The auditor, if you get things like certified information systems auditor, right? They audit the systems of an organization to be sure that the systems are up to date and the systems don't have leakages. They don't have vulnerabilities that can be exploited. So that's the work of an auditor. We have cloud security. We have compliance. We have education. What I'm doing is education. What digital does is education. Now, in education, there's another very, very sweet spot there. Cybersecurity awareness training, right? Statutorily, organizations should have cybersecurity awareness training every 6 months. And this is where the role of a cybersecurity awareness trainer comes in. So there are lots of jobs there. Many organizations who need up-to-date awareness training. There's engineering, there's journalists, there's governance, right? There is governance. We have investigation, right? So if you are hearing things like malware analysis, cybercrime, investigation is under forensic. A crime is committed and they need to investigate whose laptop was the crime. So these guys work with security agencies, cybercrime analyst, investigator, researcher. So that's another field, forensics, malware analyst. We have networking, network security engineer. Needs to understand foundations of cybersecurity, foundations of networking. Now, offensive, that's where you have your pen tester. Operations, that's where we have your SOC analyst. Data protection, this is hot. This is hot. I will show you a lot of jobs under data protection. Sales, cybersecurity sales. It takes a cybersecurity professional to sell cybersecurity solutions. So there are companies that develop cybersecurity softwares, and it takes a pre-sales engineer to sell. For instance, if you are working in a brewery, right, it will be very hard to sell a technical solution. You can't just transfer your knowledge of, oh, I'm a salesman. When it comes to cybersecurity, you must be a cybersecurity professional in order to sell solutions. Why? Because you'll be talking to CTOs, to CIOs, to CISOs, right? So you can't be talking layman's language. Sales, we have threats. These are the CIO of cybersecurity. So these roles are there. And that is why I love cybersecurity, because it's broad. Broad. Lots of opportunities there. Very broad field, right? So take note of that. Very important. So this is like the A to Z of cybersecurity. And in Agita, what we do is you come in, you master the foundation. Towards the end of your training and at the internship, you've major in an area. Now, some of these things overlap, right? You could be able to do this and also do this, right? And so that is how it works. So that being said, at this point, I'll be bringing on Nelson. right? And Nelson is our internship manager. He's in charge of internship for our students. He's a very experienced cybersecurity professional with well over 11 years of experience in the field, and he works with one of the top fintechs from Africa as a cybersecurity analyst, right? So he's a professional, and you get to see that when it comes online right away. So I'm bringing on Nelson right now, and he'll be introducing himself to us, his journey. They'll be going through what our students get at the internship program, right? So Nelson, you are right here. I'm bringing you right here right now. So let's get to hear from you, sir.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Though I can't see you yet, but I can hear you.
Yeah, my network. Please, can you give me about 2 minutes, please?
Okay.
Please.
So that's it now. The long and short of why we're waiting for Nelson to set up his camera is the next line is how to break into cybersecurity. So I've said a lot already tonight. The next thing is how do you break into cybersecurity? The first thing is break into cybersecurity is your mindset. Is your mindset. And I say this because as an organization, we have helped thousands to transition to tech. It starts with your mindset. And what mindset is required is a mindset that does not complicate matters. This thing is not complicated. This thing is not a big deal. I'll walk you through the steps you need. And I'm not even going to open any slide. I'll just tell you. The first thing is don't walk alone. Don't walk alone. Right? Don't walk alone. You need boot camp. You need a community. Right? Now, I'm not downplaying the role of Udemy, the role of YouTube. I'm not downplaying that role, but you need a support community. Many people take longer time than necessary, and at times they fall by the wayside because while they are trying to learn, they encounter challenges. And when they encounter these challenges, there is nobody to run to. You can't run to that YouTube or you can't run to the Udemy video creator, and they just give up. Oh, they say, oh, it's hard. They give up. They say, oh, maybe I should try business analysis. Oh, maybe I should do data analysis. Maybe I can do this. And that's it. They give up. They give up on that, right? Because they don't have a community. So don't work alone. Join a boot camp. Join a boot camp. It is not hard, but it could be hard if you try to do it alone. Nelson, are you with us now? Are you ready? It could be
Okay.
hard if you try to do it alone, right? So don't walk alone. Don't walk
Yes.
alone. You need a boot camp. A boot camp gives you support. Boot camp gives you mentorship. It gives you coaching. And these things are very, very important. You need that support. You need that mentorship. You need that coaching, right? So Nelson, I need to be sure that you are, I can't see your face yet.
Okay, so let me see if you can see me now.
So,
Can you
so
see me?
yes, I can see you
Oh,
right now.
okay,
Yeah, can
let's
see
try.
you.
All right.
Okay, over to you.
Good evening. I'm so sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
it's
to be
okay.
sure my network is okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Hi,
over to
hi,
you.
everybody.
Yeah,
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Stayami, good evening.
yeah, thank you.
Um, so I would be sharing my screen. Uh, let's see. Okay. So let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please?
Still waiting anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, digital. Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Can see it now. I started
Okay,
sharing. Yeah.
okay, okay. So, so should I talk about myself first or?
Yes, just a brief intro of your
Okay.
journey. Yeah.
All right. My name is Nelson Uchuvo, and I'm here because of Mr. Yomi. And this has been over 3 years now working with Mr. Yomi and
Yeah.
helping a lot of people um, come into cybersecurity. I would always say that I want to always thank him and for every other people out there make giving platform for people to transition into cybersecurity because of the knowledge gap. For me, didn't have that so much of an opportunity like this. Uh, so I resort to self-learning. I did computer science in school, um, but I still wasn't able, I was not convinced and was not confident on what I want to do outside school. So out of curiosity, I started looking out, what can I do outside, the four walls of the university? And I started exploring networking, and from networking, I got into being interested in cybersecurity. To cut the long story, it was just personal self-development, trying to be sure that I can learn something, And I think that what really helped was because, again, I did computer science. So you're just trying to explore software programming, networking, security, just trying to look at what you could just take out. But I know that a lot of us on this call are not like that. For some people, they are coming from a different, totally different background, but they're interested in cybersecurity. You've seen the flyers and you like, maybe I want to take a step out of what I'm used to. So it is also very possible. Now, whether you are like me that has an IT background or you don't have an IT background, the question is, are you curious enough? Do you want to learn something that can help you change your career path? I would say that you're in the right place. So thanks to Miss Ayomi once again and every other person that's giving platform like this to help have a structured learning. So one of the biggest problem we have in IT today is structured learning, because if you go over to the internet, there's always different things to learn. So what do I mean by structured learning? A structured learning is having a kind of career path or a program that takes you from where you are to a place where you can decide to change. You have enough skill, relevant skill that is needed in the job market. So we have a lot of programs today, but not everyone can give you relevant skill set that's needed in the job market. So you have a structured program. You go through a program like what we have in digital. Then after that, you have a mentoring session. We have a career mentoring session, then which is, then we have the internship program. So for me, I didn't have that opportunity. Like I said, it has to be a very long journey. Now, and because it was a long journey, there's so many up and downs, no mentors, no coach to help you or direct you where you are needed. Nobody to really show you how security is in the real world, which is what this platform most importantly is giving you. And importantly, again, is networking, a support system where you can grow even after the program, right? So I had thank God for his grace, I had the opportunity to meet somebody during an interview that was able to take a chance on me and say, what, come and start off as a junior, what's it called, cybersecurity consultant, and that was where my career started. But I saw a lot of people that made the same attempts, but didn't have the opportunity because there was no career coaching, there was no structural learning. They they are learning Python at the beginning of, and they got confused and they just
Mm.
dropped out. So my journey had just been, I would say God's grace meeting some of the right people at some time and the opportunities. And that's why we're here to help now guide people into the right direction. So that's
Mm.
been my journey, Mr. Yomi, generally.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So over to your slide. Let's hear from you.
Okay, so let's talk about what exactly are we doing differently? Because again, everyone, I think, let me see, last when I checked, is over 300 plus people on the call. There's a
Yeah.
reason why you are here on the call. You want a program that you would learn the right skill set, that you'll be able to provide value. I tell people, whatever you are learning and you cannot provide value would not give you a report. You'll not be able to get a job because anybody that is going to employ you needs to see value. Now at Agita, we've mentioned that we have a program that goes for, the first phase of the program is learning. Then the next phase of the program is where we do the mentoring. So what are we doing in Agita? You'll be able to see my screen. You see that the
Yeah.
first phase you are doing like if Steyomi had already mentioned it, 5 months of training, then what the internship program does is a practical demonstration into what exactly you would likely meet in the real world, which is, a 6 months of home lab, demonstration in that period. So in this program, what we want to achieve, we started by looking at the industry and saying, what exactly is the job market doing? What are the major projects? What are the things you would likely see as an intern? I work in
Mm.
an institution where we have interns over and over, and I get to see that a lot of people don't know the expectation. You don't even have a blueprint of what cybersecurity is. So this program is to give you like that vision, that clarity. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to expect. These are the things from the place of projects to the place of documentation, presentation, working as a team. So within that 6 month program, we came up with a curriculum, that's at least that give you an experience across different domains in cybersecurity. So that's what I want to walk you through.
Mm.
Just a minute. So maybe I have to go through. hmm, Sorry, I want to take us through the Excel sheets we have.
Okay.
All right. So let me know if you can see
Yeah,
my
I can see
screen.
it. I
Okay.
can see it.
So
Yeah.
what we did was to come up with, like I mentioned to you guys, come up with some of the relevant areas where security is needed,
Mm.
for entry level. Because again, you can be coming into cybersecurity and be learning things that are needed in a mid-level or in a what's it called, in an expert level. And because you are not learning some of the core domain, I would say
Mm.
the cybersecurity have foundational pillars like operating system, networking. Now I would include security architecture because you need to have a blueprint of what you're learning. Then cybersecurity regulatory standards. Those are some of the core pillars. So if you see in this diagram, we have enterprise architecture, asset management, things around database security, governance risks and compliance. We have application security, vulnerability management. There's no way these core areas, when you come into cybersecurity, I mean, when you get a job or when you're looking out for an opportunity, employers are going to be needing value from these core domains. So what we did was to build a curriculum around this for 6 months. So you'd see each of these key topics are being carefully taught from architecture down to asset management. And this is following how an organization will be. Because before you set up a cybersecurity program, you first talk about an architecture, then how to manage your inventory, how to look at what's it called, your core assets, you know. So we are looking at different solutions that would help you in each of these domains in cybersecurity. You can see under application security, we have a couple of solutions that we are learning down to what's it called now? Down to API security, which is now being
Yeah.
enforced by, for example, CBN. So we have endpoint security. These are the different layers because in an organization today, when you have antivirus, people just think that is like the usual one you have on your system. No, you are talking about data loss prevention. You're talking
Mm.
about EDR, application control, patch management. How are you going to help a business that doesn't have the security achieve all this? So as we go through, one of the beautiful things that as we go through each of these with our students, we start, you can see that we have students currently that are taking this program, and as they submit their assignments, we give them structured feedback on those assignments. Now you can see for this also, let me just try to open some of these assignments. You see if there are areas where you need to work, we'll give you those feedback for you to work on. So it's
Mm.
not just giving you assignment to work on, but also looking at it from an organization point of view. Some people don't know how to present. And Mr. Yomi, I would say this. I
Yeah.
think one of the biggest issues we have in cybersecurity is documentation. People know stuff,
Yes.
but they can't translate it to a non-technical way. They can't
Very true.
translate. So when you say go and do me a documentation, in fact, that's one of the biggest issue we have in our program.
Mm.
90% of the people don't know how to document. But at
Mm.
the end of the program, you now see that you've improved. So that's why um, you can see, look at this. This is, I'm showing you a typical example. This is one of the first program. Can you see how
Mm.
somebody document? You can't do
Good.
this when you are
This
doing a
is
present.
this is like a
Exactly,
presentation
right?
for something
So
else. Yeah.
so if you are doing an interview and you do this, that's a no-no. And you might
Yeah.
be an excellent person. But let's go to look at as we have in recent, I think we are in week, let me
Mm.
show you. So yeah, sorry. Sorry guys, I didn't open some of these things before our
Yeah.
call. So I wanted to, I'm just going to open some of them randomly. Yeah. Now This is this is one of the students we had at the time that
Yeah.
talks. This project is about application security. So me, I am saying this of a fact.
Yeah.
I would say less than 40% of organization
Yeah.
actually conduct security assessment on the application. Now we are
Wow.
talking about vibe coding. People just go online and vibe code. Tell AI
Yeah.
do this, but have you? Most people don't even scan the application.
Mission.
Just recently, my brother
Vulnerability.
reached out to me and say somebody created a Bitcoin app
Hmm.
and they were about to go in live, but an attacker has exfiltrates, attacked the app. So anytime
Yeah.
they put a Bitcoin, this thing, the amount just automatically leave. So what
Wow.
saved them is that they are still doing their pre-assessment before launch. Now, as I'm speaking to you, that product has not gone live. You know why? Because people vibe code, people create,
Yeah.
innovate so happily, but they are not testing. So,
Hmm.
and as I'm speaking to you, I was telling my student just last week that somebody had requested two codes for application assessment, API and application assessment. I should
Yeah.
present code. One is a bank, one is for to prepare a code. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Because application security is now beginning to be a very important discussion. You just
Top.
download app, use credit
Yeah.
card. You don't ask yourself if people have actually tested those app.
Up. Yeah. It
So
be
this
secured.
project, exactly, if it's secure. So this project is teaching, in fact, students how to conduct an assessment. And some of
Yeah.
these tools that we are seeing are some of the best tools in the market. So let me give
Yeah.
you how we do it. We go and look for real life applications that are vulnerable. Give
Hmm.
students our projects, and you can see they have a Git. You have to open a GitHub account, clone those app, and you can see it's taking you from how the project is done. These students, if I show you his first project in week one, you'll be amazed. This is not how it is. So to
Wow.
tell you that students have gone through to understand, you can see an overview. You don't just start working on a project directly. Tell us the business value.
Mm.
Business would not commit until they see value of what you're
Value,
doing.
exactly.
So in our program, we are not coming to teach you technicals alone. We are telling you how to approach business-oriented program.
Yeah.
So you are able to sell to Mr. Yomi, I have an app, and this is what
Yeah.
it will do for Ejita. If Ejita buys the app, this is the value to Ejita. Not because
Yeah.
it's technically good, but because it can bring back some profitable outcome to the business. So let
Mm-hmm.
me quickly go through. Now you can see that this first slide is talking about an overview. We have two solutions to test, right? Then the
Yeah.
second one is talking about the method of how the test should be done. This is standard anywhere. Then it goes on to talk about the GitHub project. Then he explained the solution. Now this can be used for pre-sales assessment, pre-sales engagement for any client. He's talking
Yeah.
about the first solution is going to use that this solution is going to conduct what we call static application security testing, right? Then you have to create an account, you have to connect it to a GitHub account, you have to now start scanning. Now, this
Mm.
is showing us how he does it. So you can see that this is my own GitHub that he has to clone so that he can scan
Yeah.
the application. This is him creating the account, showing you step by step. And this is like an assessment. I don't know if you can see this slide. It's
I can
showing
see
you
that.
so that everyone can
Yeah.
see this is an assessment. Is the Django application. So you can
Yeah.
see all the vulnerabilities identified on this app from
Mm.
critical to high. Now you can show value that, see, to a client, you have an app, don't launch to the
Yes.
market. You have
Mm.
issues to fix. Until
Yeah.
these issues are fixed, don't launch to market. It's going to lead to a disaster. So this is the
A big
second
one.
application. Yeah. Then you can break down again. We are not showing you just how to scan, but how to review each of these vulnerability,
It is.
prioritizing what should be fixed first and what should not, so that you don't delay launch to market.
Yeah.
You see? So these are how, then the next two, now this is how we approach at Digital. We don't believe in just learning something and move on to the next. We want to look at that concept, look at different solutions that assess that concept. Then I'll come back to ask the student, can you tell us using this particular two, three solution against this application? What's the value of one application against the other? You can
Mm.
tell a client that if you have maybe money, you can go for this application, this
Mm.
software. So we are doing a comparison analysis, not
Mm.
just, oh, go and do this solution. No, why is this solution the best? Why are you proposing it to a client?
Mm.
Why? You must be able to answer why during our calls. You can say. So we have these tools. I'm just trying to rush so that I can show other things. Stephanie, please help
The-
me. Let me
No,
know
the
how
other
the
thing I also
time.
want to say is that some of our viewers might think, oh, I might need to know programming, or I need to learn coding, programming with all these things that I'm saying. So I want you to clear the hair on that.
So no, 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 you don't. You don't need. So
Yeah.
good thing is that program is going to help. And
Yeah.
to be honest, yes, programming is going to help. But is he a starter? No, he's not a starter. Cybersecurity have fundamental pillars. Number one, start have that curiosity. Do you know? Do you have the time to learn? Then start from the fundamentals. Operate, and during our 5 months program, you would learn those fundamentals,
Exactly.
right? Is programming going to be part of it? No, because it is not
No.
part of the fundamentals in that
Yeah.
sense, right? But as you grow and specialize, right, you want to now know, okay, for example, we are looking at application security, right? So
Yeah.
remember that you're going to do an assessment and some
Yeah.
of this code, now that's where you need program to say, okay, what exactly is this vulnerability? You can
Yeah.
research, and your AI is your next go-to. Why?
Exactly.
It's a Python. Why is this an issue? Read
So,
about it.
so you are not writing programs, but
You
you're
are
just
not.
understanding. Okay, if you see
You
this
understand the
line, what does it
syntax,
mean?
the
That's it.
structure, and that's
Yeah.
it. So I tell my students in a real life environment, don't be the one that will scan and fix what you didn't build.
Exactly.
So if you are not the builder of the application, don't fix it.
Can't fix it. Yours is to show what is
Assess
wrong. and
Exactly.
give them the
Assess
report. They
and
fix
give
it
them
themselves.
and
Yeah.
provide that recommendation. This is what the issue is. You can simulate it on the call and say,
Yeah.
who creates, so that you are able to say, who is the builder, who is the software engineer? This is what I'm saying. This is my understanding of the issue. Can we fix it? And can we try the fix in the staging environment and we move to production?
Mm.
So, do
Okay.
you need programming? Yes. But is it a priority now?
No.
No. Because
No.
over time, of course, you should be able to read the source code. And now
Yeah.
AI has made just copy that code
Put
and put it on
put it
an
into
AI and
AI.
say, explain in layman term.
AI will
You,
show. It will explain to you.
you exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where let me just run through. So is there any other question? So you can see
No,
this
we
this
can
was
just
where
look at another. I
project.
have two questions towards them, but we can look at another report.
Okay.
And just for our viewers, this report was actually created by a student, right?
Mhm,
And these are things you would do, as in at
mhm.
the end of your training program and your
Yes.
internship. This entire report was created by a student, not by the
Yes.
tutor,
At
right?
all. At all. So
Yeah. So we
there's
can look
something
at
I want to say.
another.
Yes.
Okay, over to you.
Yes. So you see that at the end of every of our presentation, we do tools comparison.
Mm,
Very important. Because that if you don't know, if you have not used the tool, you wouldn't know how to compare. You see the two solution. Then secondly, we do recommendation. What will you recommend to the company to do at their level? Then the last thing we'll do is how this meets compliance requirement. So you are not just telling the company to go and do something. You know, you are telling them why they need to do it. Then one other thing I
mm,
started for all of our students, you have to have a deployment action and a roadmap because it's not enough for, to tell someone you should go and do something. How should they go about doing it? And that's where
mm.
business that's what business want to hear. Show me the roadmap, right? Okay, so let me quickly do a different solution. Okay, sorry. Um, Let me look at one of her recent one. Okay. So we currently at week 7. So let me look at any of our student. I just want to pick one right now. See. Okay, I think this is also web application. So let me go and check for. Okay. So this is a solution around um, asset management
Mm.
and vulnerability management. The last one we checked was something on application security.
Yeah,
Now, there's a reason, and to be honest, there's a reason why we structured our program. Let me go back to the curriculum like that, because that is how an organization is supposed to start. You know,
exactly.
so you start with architecture. I was on a call and somebody asked a very good question I'll never forget. He said, how can we link what we are doing together? What's the linking point? That's why we always start with architecture. If you want to build a house today, you start with an
Mm,
architectural diagram, right? You have to design the building. You can't start a house. So we start with an architecture to understand, okay, what exactly does cybersecurity, how does it fit in? And that's what
mm,
architecture starts from. Then we move into asset management. How do we manage all of our assets? And that's what this solution is coming from. So the
yeah,
purpose is for visibility, vulnerability assessment, and to recommend how we fix things. So I'm
mm,
just trying to walk through. Now, the solution we are using is called Qualys. It's one of the enterprise solutions commonly
yeah,
used in the world today. So again, we are not just using any old solution. We try to look at solutions that organizations use, look at creating expert
that can
community
do the
edition.
job.
Exactly. Because if, as I'm talking to you, most
Hello?
SMEs, yeah, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So most SMEs that we see today, I was in a training that was held by CBN just last month, and it was for microfinance banks. So we are in a hall full with so many microfinance banks, and one of the tutor kept saying that we have a big problem in Nigeria. A lot of SMEs don't have security, the baseline security, and someone was shouting and was saying, "Security is too expensive. Security is too expensive." And that's
Mm,
where you see we have solutions like this. You can always start from the place of level one maturity. Start with a
mm,
community edition. That's what we try to teach our students. You can start with a solution that is cost effective. In fact, as
yeah.
I'm speaking to you, Mr. Yomi, there are solutions that I use in my place of work for API
Mm,
assessment that we are not paying nothing. We are using the community edition because it
yeah.
caters for the domains that we have and we are
Of
able to see value. So before you go to buy an expensive thing, is there something within a company's budget that can be
that you
used?
can use. Yeah.
So that's where the consulting mindset comes in. And in
Yeah.
our last call with students, we started explaining to students how you can be a consultant.
Yeah.
You are not just going for a 9 to 5 job. You can
Job.
position. In
Exactly.
fact, I was looking for a link I wanted to share. One of our students in cohort one has started this consulting firm and sent me the website. So he's
Wow.
looking for partnership. He's in UK working his
Wow.
9 to 5, but he has a website. He has partnered with Net and Tenable. He has partnered with some of these companies, but he's looking
Yeah.
for clients. That's the
Mm,
mindset. So you
yeah.
start from where you are with solutions like this that can meet organization need at level one maturity, then you can grow.
Mm,
So this
yeah.
solution, without wasting much time, is an asset inventory, help organization to manage all their assets in that business, because you can't protect what you don't know. Security is about
Exactly.
strong visibility. Do you know all the critical server in your environment? Most organizations don't. That there are so many blind spots. Do you know all the assets, servers, printers in your organization, end of life devices?
Mm,
Yes, and you might sit here and I'm saying out of experience, Mr. I've worked in a couple of places. We have to go
yeah.
and be cleaning record of end of life devices before compliance. But we have solutions. I usually would tell my student that I've worked in an organization. When I joined, I said that there was a need for vulnerability management. Do you know what I did? Before waiting for management to approve budgets, I have initiated an open source solution that has a community. And that was what we used to pass PCI
Mm,
at zero cost. So that
yeah.
is the same idea for asset management, vulnerability, management as we go through from one project to another, helping students to understand there are cost-effective solutions that you can learn today,
Mm,
and that you can learn today, and that will still give value,
yeah.
as you do presentation. I don't know if you have any more questions for me.
Yeah.
So, but this is okay.
I think we because Shogun will be coming on, but
Mhm.
I would just want to open you to open the spreadsheet
Okay.
so that I can just give a final explanation to this viewer. So, as you all can see here, so when you finish your 5 months program, Nelson is your go-to person after that. And from what you can see, this is how the internship goes: week one, week two. If you look at the tab, these are the projects that you are doing week one, week two. You submit your project, it is reviewed, right? So that is how the internship exactly. So this is week two, week four, week five,
So
week
week two
six,
and week
on and
three,
on and
week
on.
four. Yeah. Mhm.
Exactly, week two and three, right? So it's a project-based internship program, but you move into this after you are done with your 5 months training. So,
Okay.
Nelson, it's been a wonderful time with you tonight, and we really got
Thank
a lot
you.
of value. So, thanks for
Okay.
your time. The
Thank you
students will
so
see
much.
you at the internship. Have a wonderful time.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'll be bringing on Shegun Ebenezer uh, tonight to share with us his journey. But um, while we are waiting for him, can't find. So while we're waiting for him, I'll just use that time to explain to us the how to break into cybersecurity. How to break into cybersecurity, right? How to break into cybersecurity, right? And I'll be sharing my screen at this point in time. How to break into cybersecurity. So, like I said earlier, number one, the right mindset. It's not a big deal, right? As you can see, Nelson has demystified it to you before you start saying, oh, I need to learn programming, I need to do this. You just need the right mindset. You need that. The number two, you need a boot camp. Why? Because a boot camp comes with support. It comes with support. It comes with community. It comes with coaching. Coaching. So you are not working alone. You need a boot camp. Number three, you need certifications. And in the course of your training with digital, you will get a lot of certifications during the 5 months training and even after that. Now, one thing I need to say about certification is that certifications will not get you the job. Please, let's take note of that. Certifications will not get you the job. What certifications will do for you is to give you a foot in the door. Certifications will not get you the job. It will only give you a foot in the door. But certifications are important too, because when you send a job application and they look at your application and it's watery, right? And there's another, you are sound, you are skilled, you know it in and out, but your application is watery. There's no certification, no certificate here and there. But somebody else doesn't know it, but when they look at his application, they see a lot of certifications. That person would at least get an invite for the interview. So that is why we encourage our students to write a lot of certifications during the course of the training. And most of those certifications are actually free ones, and the ones that they can also get free vouchers for. So you don't have to really spend, except for a few, but most of those certifications are actually free, right? They are certifications that you can do without spending much money, right? So that is very important. The number four, projects, portfolio of projects, portfolio of projects. This is very important. You need a portfolio of projects, a portfolio of projects, a portfolio of projects. Right now, you see, in cybersecurity, it's not just about your certification, it's about what you can do. And as you can see from the internship that Nelson shared with us, you could see there that these are the projects the students are working on. They are using tools to test softwares, to look for vulnerabilities, to do an asset management check. So these are their projects, and the projects are documented. This is what it means to learn. It's not just sitting down on a system and you are watching YouTube from morning to night and you are reading Udemy. They're actually documenting what they are doing. They've tested the software, they've done this task, and they put it in writing. They've documented it, their findings, their results, the procedure they followed, the process, the tools they use, and their results. This is very important. The tools they used and their results. So this is what is called portfolio of projects. So you need to build real projects. Number five, work experience, which is the same thing as internship, right? Because by the time you've gone through our internship program, like if we didn't tell you that, oh, this report was created by a student, you wouldn't know. You would think, oh, it was just a report from one cybersecurity consulting company or one major bank or major fintech. right? Because you can see the professionalism in the report. You can see this is detailed, right? That is what happens when you go through internship. You have real work experience. Now you could see the first slide. That shows that was like a presentation that would have been made by a motivational speaker, right? That would have been made by a motivational speaker, but you could just see that it's quite different, right? Very, very different, right? Very, very different. So this is very important, very important. This is very, very important. So work experience is very, very important. Now, how to break into cybersecurity. Now, the next thing is the digital way. The digital way. The digital way. Now, one thing I need us to be very clear about the digital way is how do we conduct our training? Because that's very important. So number one is that the training starts next week, Tuesday. I'm sorry, next week, Monday. Now, classes hold Mondays, classes hold Mondays and Thursdays. That's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Of course, Nigerian time. So whether you're in the UK, you're in Nigeria, wherever you are, just take note that 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Now, these are technical classes. We also have GRC. Now, GRC is we call it the non-technical. That's GRC classes, right? Now, it holds once in a week on Fridays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I'm explaining to you the structure of the training. Now, number two is that the training is 5 months. It's 5 months. It's 100% online. It's 5 months project-based training. Project-based training and 100% online. Of course, 100% online. Now, during the course of your training, from the very first week of your training, you have what we call career coaching classes. So I said our program is very detailed, right? Forgive me if I say that our program is actually the best in Nigeria at the moment. Sorry, no offense, but I'm just trying to tell you the truth because there is no program that is as detailed as this. It's built for you to gain mastery. Now, what is career coaching classes? This takes place once in 2 weeks. Career coaching classes takes place once in 2 weeks. And what do we do there? You are taught how to revamp your CV. Shegun couldn't make it here tonight, but what I will do is I will share his last session on the group, so you can hear from him. His last session on the group is actually in transit, and we don't want to exceed our time here. So CV revamp, you learn LinkedIn optimization. You learn building portfolio of projects. Certifications, work reference, tech visa, AI tools for job applications, remote job website, interview prep, cybersecurity communities to join for free vouchers, jobs, etc. Free vouchers, jobs, grants, etc. Now, the fact is that cybersecurity communities are very important because a lot of information goes on in this community. And there are many of these communities that we encourage our students to join where they get free vouchers, jobs that you won't find in most places. Those jobs are posted on these communities, right? So this is career coaching. This is handled by a career coach. But what I will do, because he couldn't make it tonight, is I will share the last session he did. I will share the video on the group by tomorrow, right? So you can still hear from him too. So this career coaching classes starts from the first month of your training and does not end. It starts the first month of your training and continues forever until you get a job. You just keep attending. If you have a job interview, you are prepped for the job interview. So you learn a lot. And the beauty of career coaching is that previous career coaching classes, you also have access to it. All the career coaching classes before now, you have access to those classes. It's a wonderful program. Wonderful program. So these are all the things you get at the career coaching classes, right? Then, and don't forget that career coaching classes continues with your 5 months training. While you are doing your internship, it just continues. The whole idea is for you to get a job. Then after that, we now have the internship. The internship is at the end of your foundational training. Internship is 6 months. It's remote, 100% online. And the whole idea of internship is for you to gain work experience. Now, don't forget, I said that when you come into the digital program, getting a job is one of the things, but it's not the only thing. You can work as a consultant for both local and foreign clients. We have our students who have gotten jobs with foreign clients on cybersecurity, non-Nigerian clients, foreign clients. So LinkedIn is your friend. A lot of opportunities on LinkedIn. During the career coaching classes, they will break down LinkedIn for you because that's where you will get a lot of global and even local opportunities. You see, this thing is not complicated, it's not complex. What you just need is knowledge and the readiness, right? So you are not limited to Nigerian jobs. You can get jobs from Ghana, from Kenya, from South Africa, from UK, from US, from Australia, from Estonia, Germany, Latvia, via LinkedIn by just showing up, right? By just showing up. You don't even apply. These people will reach out to you themselves because they see that you have knowledge and you are demonstrating knowledge. So career coaching is to project yourself, right? You project yourself, right? So that's that for that. Then when I'm bringing on Ofem, right? Then don't forget the training starts next week Monday, right? I'll give you further details after I discuss with Ofem. I'll give you other details that you need about the training. So let me bring Ofem here. He's an digital alumni. He has also gone through our internship program. And he has come here tonight to share his experience with the digital program. So he'll be joining us right now, and let's hear from him. Good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. How are you
Yeah,
today?
yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for coming around. So let's get to know you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for bringing me on. My name is Ofem, as you know, and I came across Hegito through this kind of webinar. And when I listened to you, the way you presented, and then listened to other testimonies from the alumni, I was really impressed, and I decided to, join the program. I've been someone from a non-technical background. I was actually skeptical somehow because I know cybersecurity is an advanced area where you need a lot of knowledge. And from my previous research, I know it's something that you really need to work hard. So I wasn't really sure about myself, but when I listened to you and also listened to those that have joined and done the program, I was encouraged to join, which I did. So throughout the program, I learned a lot. Your facilitators or tutors are really uh, very good and always willing to help. My classes were engaging. There were hands-on simulations and a lot of, activities. In fact, I was one of the most outspoken person in my cohort because I came in with a lot of expectation, and I came in with, with my, I really wanted to, to get the most out of the program. So what I did was to request for, slides and ask questions to know what next after today class. So I do a lot of research, reading on my own, coming back to the class, like asking questions because I was so inquisitive. I really wanted to know, so curious about what all this about. And at the end of that, I really thank God I did had a deep dive. I have relationship with my tutor and even those that were on the same call with me. Even up till now, we are still, connecting. So the program helped me got my certified in cybersecurity, the IC2, and I also did ISO 27001 as well as other certifications that I couldn't have done without Hejitu. So it's something I have recommended a lot of people. I've been speaking to people about the program because I know it worth more than the money. Even before I came to Hejitu, I've done several other programs, but not cybersecurity per se. But I can tell you that the way Hejitu will hold your hands and teach you in details. Your materials are very detailed, and then the guys that are teaching are patient. They are willing to explain and answer all the questions that you have, to ask. So I can tell you, it's one of the best cohort I've joined so far. It's one of the best programs as long as short courses is concerned. So it's worth it, and I will encourage anybody that really want to get the most out of their investment should, sign into this program.
Well, interesting. Interesting. That's inspiring. Then the other question I want to ask is for the internship, can you just give us an idea of how the internship has been, what you have become as a result of the internship, like the things you can do uh, with the internship? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. First of all, the internship is going on, but what I did is that because I am always trying to put myself ahead by doing some stuff on my own. To be sincere, before this AG2 internship came on, I started another even while my program was going on. But because I want to be in GRC and I really want to know GRC. I really want to be deep into it. So I started another internship that I actually paid for. So,
Okay.
and in that internship, I realized that most of the people in my cohort do came back to me, like to explain or to hold their hands to, because my report were showing that even the coach couldn't believe that I wasn't working in cybersecurity team.
Wow.
You
Wow.
understand? So I have to
Wow.
tell them no because I have done this, I have done that, where I was learning this course because the course was really hands-on. So I was already operating as an analyst, level. So when I was enrolled to the current internship that's going on with HG2, and unfortunately the programs are, the live meetings holds on Sunday, and I am not available on Sunday. So I'm not fully, engaging in this current internship. But I can tell you that what they are doing there is really interesting. They are simulating, they are working a lot with apps, and they are, following the real life simulation and what's happening, attack models, packetry analysis. They are doing a lot of stuff in technical aspect. But because I am
Okay.
more interested in
The
GRC, I haven't
GRC.
really seen a lot happening in that GRC aspect. So I am still waiting when they come to
Yeah.
that
Area.
aspect of GRC, then I'll start engaging with them as well.
Okay. So who was your tutor for GRC?
My tutor is Nenya. Is it Nenya? Yes,
Yeah,
Nenya.
yeah, oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
And Joey was my
So
tutor
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah,
second
okay,
tutor.
interesting. Interesting. Okay. So finally, let's talk about the GRC side, right? So for those who are watching us, they will be like, what's GRC again? I thought so. Can you just explain what GRC is, some of the things you have done, and the importance of GRC? Because it's part of the program. So could you just give us more hints
Okay,
in
okay.
that?
Thank you so much. Before I would talk about GRC, I will also talk about the importance of cybersecurity as a whole, and the reason why you should be in the technical class, even if your aim is to be in GRC. Because when I came in, I had background in data governance, so I have certification in data management,
Mm,
CDMP. So I'm a data governance analyst, and so I
mm,
know about governance. I don't know about risk management and compliance before I came to
mm,
HG2. So now, as a JRC analyst, we are G is governance, C is compliance, and the
yeah.
arrow is risk
Risk,
management and compliance. So
yeah.
governance, risk management, and compliance
Yeah.
is GRC. So in cybersecurity, GRC is a aspect that is seen as a non-technical aspect of cybersecurity. And I will tell you that in cybersecurity, GRC for me, I see it as one of the broadest aspect of cybersecurity because GRC alone can give you up to about 20 job roles in GRC.
Mm,
So broad, so advanced, and also
yeah.
with entry level, career points. So now the most important thing about it is that cybersecurity cannot exist without GRC because GRC
GRC.
provide the frameworks. It
Mm.
provide the governance, it provide the management of cybersecurity, it provide the foundation,
Standards, rules,
the standard, the
laws.
rules. You
Yeah.
know, it governs cybersecurity. So GRC is all about governance, that is accountability, ownership,
Mm,
risk management that advise organizations about managing risk, enterprise risk,
mm,
and then looking on regulatory compliance and
mm,
also helping the organization in planning their security posture. So without
mm,
GRC, there won't be planning in cybersecurity. So I think GRC is one of the most important that is also underrated aspect of
mm,
cybersecurity, and it's so important. It is also very good as a as a GRC analyst to understand the technical aspect because most of the people you'll be working with that might be in cybersecurity engineering
are
or stock
technical
analysts,
people.
they are technical people.
Exactly.
And most times
Exactly.
you'll be in the same room with them. So when they are talking
Exactly.
about attack
Mm,
models, talking about packetry
yeah.
analysis,
You can't be
talking about
lost.
defense in depth and all
Yeah.
that, you need to understand what they are talking about because you
Exactly.
cannot try to manage what you do not understand. You cannot write
Exactly.
policies and procedures for a system that you do not understand how it works.
Yeah.
So I will recommend anybody who is going into this field to understand the basics, understand the foundation of security, understand the principles before you now choose to
Mm,
dwell in GRC. If not for my conviction and my
yeah.
direction, my tutor was strongly saying, no, you have to come to technical because of the way I was
Where
engaging
you
and
are
the way
in
I
the class, Abby.
and make sure I get the most part of it. So
Yeah.
if I don't tell you I'm in GRC, you wouldn't know because I and
Mm,
the technical guys were doing stuff together. In fact, most of the time I submit my assignment before they do. And in the
yeah.
class, I'm always not keeping quiet. So because I know what I was doing. And
Mm,
my final word is to say if you
mm,
have chosen to be
yeah.
in cybersecurity GRC, you really need to be someone who love to read. You really need
Mm,
to be someone who love to research because
mm,
even if the curriculum is broad,
yeah.
sometimes the time might be limited for them to, have a deep dive into all the materials or the resources. But one thing that AG2 have done is by recommending and providing you with platforms
Yeah.
that you can read by yourself. You can do stuff like Let's Defend, Try Hack Me. Those are platforms that have been introduced to, and you have other softwares that the tutor will help you install in your system that you have to troubleshoot. You have to work on your own hands-on. Cybersecurity is really good when you are involved with the
Yeah.
hands-on in the doing of it, because reading alone cannot take you there. You need to
That's
really
all.
practice what cybersecurity is. It's a practicing and a doing career, not just reading.
Yeah. Wonderful. And I think you have actually handled some, the way you talk, like you would have done some ISO 27001 projects.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I have done projects, but
Okay.
the last internship that I did, I didn't have the opportunity to, carry on compliance or deep dive in ISO 27001 project, but I've done the theory part of it. But I've done
Oh,
project on risk management, and I've done
oh,
project on other aspect, governance, policy drafting, and
yeah.
yeah.
Because there are lots of projects in that space going on, both locally and globally. There's a compliance drive. So thank you very much, Ofem. It's been a wonderful time having you here, right? I would have just wanted us to continue talking, but Demola is waiting, right? So thank you for your time. Really
You're
appreciate your
welcome.
time tonight,
Thank you
and
for the
keep growing,
opportunity. Thank you for
keeps
always
waxing
supporting.
stronger.
You're
Yeah, bye.
welcome,
So
sir.
Ruth will
Thank
reach
you.
out to you.
All
Yeah,
right.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah. Okay, so that is Ofem right there, sharing with us his experience, his journey into cybersecurity. Ademola is waiting. Ademola, just give me a few minutes, and I'll bring you up right now. And I know some of you have asked questions. Don't worry, we answer all your questions, right? All your questions. So, the final thing tonight is that for those who have been asking, oh, how much is the program? It's actually discounted. It's 300,000 naira for one-time payment for the program. And if you are doing two-time payments, you can do 200,000 naira now, and you balance 175,000 naira by June ending, right? Um, this is the account to pay into. So it's a very discounted training. Now, this training covers everything. Let me say that. It covers everything: career coaching, internship. You will not pay additional money. So don't think, oh, after this one, they will still come back and collect another money. We don't do that here, right? This is the only money you ever pay. And for inquiries, you can WhatsApp these lines: WhatsApp plus 2348077587734. You can also WhatsApp this other line. Um, there's a second line that you can WhatsApp. I'm trying to get the line. I'll get it now. So you can WhatsApp this. Okay, plus 234 907 993 7803. So you can WhatsApp any of these lines for registration, for inquiries. Don't forget, classes starts next week, Monday. Registration closes next week, Monday. Classes starts by 7 p.m. Classes goes Mondays and Thursdays, then Friday for GRC, right? You get everything in the classes, right? You get everything in the classes. So for those who want to, don't worry, those of you asking questions, I will answer your question right away. So don't worry about how your questions will be answered. So at this point, I'll be bringing on Ademola to share his digital journey with us. And yeah, so let's get to hear from Ademola right away. So Ademola, we have sent a request to you. Ademola will be joining us. We're waiting. Okay, he's right here with us. So you're welcome, sir. We're waiting for you.
Oh, sorry, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. You're welcome. So over to you, sir. Thanks for coming around tonight. I
You're
really
welcome, sir.
appreciate your time. Over to
You're
you.
welcome, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Moyo Sori Adumola once again. I want to share my experience being with a guitar. I joined this call in November last year, 2025. And since then, I think they really tried a lot. They tried a lot because during this call, we were given some tools and some assistance to write ISC2. We also present in their internship, and I'm also in the career class also going on. And I can really, even since when I started this class, I've even tell some people to join because some people have joined through me this call because it's a very I don't know how to explain it because much of talk can bring lies. So that's just it.
Okay, so that's good to know. So my first question is that why did you join the boot camp when you saw the adverts? Why did you decide to join the boot camp? Yeah.
Actually, this is not my first class with Edita. I've joined their
Okay.
digital marketing before
Okay.
with Coach Tola. So
Oh.
during that time, because I don't have much money to go for this cybersecurity, so I joined. So,
Mm,
and by the grace of God, in May last year, I got a job, which I called her and told her that one of your students, I've got job, so I'm now working as a digital marketing
mm,
uh expert in a company. So, but I'm a computer science student in school, so I wish to go back to cybersecurity just to align
mm,
my career with my educational background. But being a
mm.
digital marketer, being a digital marketer is not aligned with cybersecurity. But when
Yeah.
I got to Agita, Coach Shegun told me that you can
Yeah.
combine the two together. And
Mm,
how? He said, okay, as a digital marketer, you can be a business developer manager, which will work for a company which they are dealing with cybersecurity. And for you to
mm,
do that, you must surely know cybersecurity very well. So what
mm,
you want to tell people about, what you want to say to people, you must also
mm,
know it very well. So
mm.
maybe it was last week I see a job because in this cybersecurity class, we were taught
Yeah.
in the career coaching, we were taught how to make our LinkedIn account look
Yeah.
professional, how to go
Yeah.
for gigs, how to go apply for Upwork work, and many things which
Yeah.
we've been
Yeah.
taught. So I saw the work on LinkedIn, and immediately I applied for it. So when I applied, I was trying to draft. Actually, I've done one CV before. So,
Okay.
but I have to just do it to the taste because we were told that you can't use one CV to apply for
For
many
all the
jobs.
jobs. No.
No, that you must have for the specification they requested for. So
Yeah.
immediately I finish it, I quickly send it to Coach Nelson, and I also
Okay.
send it to
Shegun.
Coach Shegun. So, but Coach Shegun was very busy. So Coach Nelson answered me and said, no, do it this way, do it this way, do it this way. And
Mm,
I did it, and I sent it to two of them. But immediately, Coach Shegun was available, and he quickly
yeah.
replied me that, okay,
Yeah.
you just do the adjustments here, and when you are done with it, that is,
Yeah.
and it will be okay. And when I show people my CV, I've submitted the CV. Actually, I've not received call because it was just maybe last
Yeah.
week, this last week. So I now show my one of my boss in the office. My boss was like, wow, look at your CV. You will design my own CV for me too. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm not
Wow.
a, and he said, I'm not a
Wow.
professional. I said, you are very good. Look
Mm,
at what you did. And I only
mm.
follow the step of what Mr. Shegun told us and taught us in
Yeah.
career coach. So that was
Class.
it. I really enjoyed the class. I won't lie, I
Mm.
really enjoyed. I've even referred someone, and the person is
Oh,
in one of the maybe the January or the February class now.
class.
He's doing
Wow.
the class presently.
Wow.
So I really
Wow.
enjoyed it.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So that means you have been with us from digital marketing with Tola. Now you're in cybersecurity. What a journey. What
Yes,
a
yes,
journey.
yes.
Interesting. So I just have one
Mm.
final question because you seem to talk much about the career coaching. So can you just
Yes,
tell us more? Because career coaching takes place once in 2 weeks. And I think you've been
yes.
following the class. So can you just give us many things you have learned in those career coaching classes over the years or so? Mm,
Yes, actually, before we started, before I joined the Agita career coaching stuff, so I was thinking maybe my LinkedIn is one of the best LinkedIn that so that can attract employers, and also I was thinking maybe my CV is the best. So not
mm,
until when it was analyzing everything that okay, this is how you post, this is when you should post, so that
mm,
this is how your post will look like. So
mm.
doing this has really given me a lot of engagement. Even I'm the one handling my boss LinkedIn account presently.
Wow.
I won't lie to you. I'm the one handling my boss LinkedIn account presently because immediately they
Mm,
started saying that Omo, your LinkedIn is okay. You handle my LinkedIn account, and it has been doing well. And as at present, the last class before this, before the previous one, the one of this Saturday, so he taught us something. So he asked us to go to NIC. Don't let me mention the name yet. So he asked us to
mm,
go there that you will see the templates that you can follow in cybersecurity that will
mm,
make everything to be easy to you. But
mm,
before the cybersecurity class was somehow like, this road, this journey is too long. Go. Will I be able to end this journey like this? But
mm,
immediately I watched the video back because when we were in class, he will be teaching, you can't call him back. Oh, no. So, and I watched the video back. I was now following the video step by step, step by that was when
mm,
I now realized that Omo, I've really missed a lot. So I even
mm,
thought because we've been doing some projects in the career internship.
mm,
So and
mm.
I did some research apart from me because I've been using AI tools for
Yeah.
cybersecurity. I've been using
Yeah.
AI tools for cybersecurity. So I was like, I now spoke with Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson, I said, yes, I can see that in your work there are some improvement there. So
Mm,
meanwhile, which means Mr. Shegun, the way he taught us that day,
yeah.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So, and
Yeah.
also Mr. Nelson too, I really enjoy his class. I really enjoy his class, the way he always, because out of the 2 hours or 2.5 hours that we want to spend, you first of all have interactive session with us that, okay, what did you people see? What did you learn during the week? What did you learn? Did you hear about any AI development in cybersecurity? Did you hear about any attacking, any news? So
Mm,
the one you make research on, you will not be the one to express it. That. So I saw so
mm,
thing, we now share ideas together. So the
mm.
internship is like being in a corporate world that you are sharing
Exactly.
idea together, not that
Exactly. It's
you
like you're
have
in
a
a
boss.
workplace already.
Yes, not that you have a boss that is giving you assignments. Go and do this. No, no, you
Mm,
are even free to even check your colleague. You can check their works, and after you've checked it, you can use it to correct some things you don't know. And in our group, you can relate with each other. Not that
mm,
maybe in the group, maybe it's only some people that have upper hand. No, we talk. We
mm,
even go to each other DM to talk. Okay, what did you do? I did not understand it. Can I see your project? I saw your project
mm,
on the Google. What is it called? So I want to learn. So we are really learning. I won't lie to you. And
mm.
I did not regret joining this class.
Wow. 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 Thank you, Ademola. It's just because of our time. I would have kept asking you questions and questions, but our
You're
time is
welcome, sir.
fast
You're welcome,
spent. Yeah.
sir.
Thanks for
You're
coming
welcome, sir.
around, right? And
You're welcome, sir. Yeah.
funny enough, Tola, she gave birth today. Anyway, that's your coach.
Oh,
Eh?
I will call
So
her.
you
I will
can
call her.
reach out to her and
I have her
congratulate her,
number. I
right?
have her number.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
well
Thank
done,
you. I
eh?
will
Have
call
a
her today.
wonderful time. Yeah,
Thank you
bye.
very much. Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
coming. Yeah, so that was
Yes.
Ademola right there sharing his experience at the digital training. So to your questions, um, I'll be answering your questions right now. Sorry, I like doing one thing at a time, but everyone that has asked questions, I will answer your questions right away. And if you have further questions, you can always WhatsApp any of these lines and you will get a response anytime, any day. Right. So can a 300 level student use the internship period? Uh, so the internship is 100% online. It's an online internship, right? So Of course, you can use it, but note that it's an online internship. Can a person with little or no knowledge, I believe you want to mean little or no computer background? Yes, just basic computer literacy and you are good to go. How do you deal with students who are not in Lagos? The training is 100% online. It's 100% online. So the WhatsApp numbers, yeah, we have a physical office, 4A Akinwale Street, Ogba, Lagos. We're in Ogba, that's our physical location, but the training is 100% online. The training is 100% online. Olaoluwa from Qatar, yes, the training is 100% online, so you can attend the training. Chinelo, how can I register for the bootcamp? Is on the screen already. You just pay into the account and you send a message and we take it off from there. The session was recorded, the replay will be shared. Right, the replay will be shared. What can you say to someone who is currently BSc and wants if you want to further attend this training? It's not about theory. Here we do practical. How much does it take to start? It's 300,000 one-time payment, or you can do two-time payment, 200 and 175. The meeting was recorded. Replay will be shared. The class is starting next week, Monday. Next week, Monday. The meeting was recorded. Cybersecurity is wide, yes. That's why we teach you in 5 months and additional 6 months for internship. Right. AI can never replace cybersecurity. Right. So take note of that. The training is for 9 to 5 workers now, Mr. Godwin. That's why classes holds in the evenings. All 99% of our students are working class, or 90%. Right. So internship is already part of the training. You don't pay for internship separately and pay for training separately. Internship is part of the training, right? You need a laptop or a computer, a desktop computer, right? Ori of fair, right? You can go for the part payment, but classes starts next week, Monday. You can do the part payment. An 8 gig RAM laptop would do, right? 8 gig RAM would do, and you are fine. You are good to go. You don't need a university degree to do cybersecurity. You just need a bootcamp, certifications, a portfolio of projects, and internship. Barry C, sorry if I did not pronounce your name very well. Forgive me for that. Classes are recorded. All classes are recorded, and the replay is made available. All classes are recorded, and the replay is made available. So classes are 100% online. Victor, class 100%, but don't be afraid. All these people that learned it, they learned it online. You've heard what they said. Don't be afraid of it. The cybersecurity, the hackers that hack, they do it online now. So relax. Another thing I didn't tell you is that we have teaching assistants too. We have teaching assistants that will help you out if you have challenges. So don't worry. Don't worry. Gift mark, you don't pay for internship. Once you pay 300,000 naira, it covers your internship, covers career coaching, it covers your technical class, it covers GRC. The only money you ever pay is this money. Aside that, we don't collect any other money again from you forever, right? Are there more advanced or technical? No, the internship is the advanced, and we don't pay. You don't pay for it. So when you finish your 5 months program, you do the internship. And after the internship, there's nothing advanced again. Right? Yeah. Ferdinand, the training is 100% online. Right? Like I said, don't worry about physical classes. The training is online, but it's far better than any physical class. We have a physical office, right? But if you want to develop yourself in cybersecurity, the best way to learn it is to learn it online, right? Is to learn it online, because cybersecurity is online. The hackers, they work online, right? Will I be employed after? Of course, a lot of our students get jobs, so that one is not a problem. Just master the training, right? Just master the training. Yeah, Mukoroduk, you can start with that, but with time you might need to upgrade it, but you can start with that. There are many certifications in cybersecurity, a lot of them. So I'll be sharing that in the coming days, the certifications you'll be getting, right? Will the money cover for all the certifications? Yes. It will cover for all the certifications. You don't pay for certifications here. Francis Lucas, the training is virtual. The training is virtual and it's project-based. The internship is 6 months. I already said that. The internship is 6 months. The internship is 6 months. If I miss this registration, the next one is in 6 months. So Joseph Udo, right, is in 6 months. Someone is asking salary of a cybersecurity. It varies. It varies. Some collect 400, 500, some 1 million. Those who do remote jobs, they get higher than that. So it varies. But the most important thing is get this. How many times a day? Two to three times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. If I pay, who do I send the payment, proof of payment to? So you send it to any of these WhatsApp numbers here. This Glow and these other numbers. And this is the account number to pay to. Right? This is the account number to pay to. So you send to any of these WhatsApp numbers. That is how it works. Right? How many months program? It's 5 months for the training. Will they finish the curriculum? Yes. We always finish the curriculum. What is the time duration? 7 to 9 p.m. 7 to 9 p.m. Right? 7 to 9 p.m. 7 to 9 p.m. Right? So let me continue with your questions. Does the training cover everything I need to know about cybersecurity without a tech background? Yes, it covers everything you need to know. You've heard people talk. It covers everything you need to know. I was hoping you also talk about the working opportunity, but don't worry. On the group, we'll be sharing more. We can't talk about everything in a session like this. You can see that a lot of people cannot stay for this length of time. So we can only talk about the most important things, right? So that's how it works. That's how it works. So are there other questions? Let me take your questions. Right, so I've answered your question. It covers everything. You don't pay additional money for any other thing besides the money. You said the training costs 300. How do you manage people to pay instrumentally? It's very simple. You pay 200,000 naira now. Then by June ending, you pay 175,000 naira balance. So that's how we handle it. For those who cannot pay at once, you just pay a little extra, right? But those who can pay at once, they take advantage of the promo at the promo price. And to be very sincere, the amount of money we are charging for this program is very cheap, right? Very cheap. The next one we hold in 6 months when we are done with this set, right, is very, very cheap, right? Very, very cheap. So I will take one more question. Is there any certificate after the training? Yes, you get an digital certificate and you get many other certifications after the training. You get an digital certificate and you get many other certifications after the training. You don't need a university degree to enroll. Yes, with secondary school certificate, you can enroll. Yes, Bola Egbekunle, yes. Cybersecurity has nothing to do with your university degree in Nigeria. Like I said, you need a project portfolio of project, you need certifications, and you need a boot camp, an internship. Those 4 things is what you need. You can cope with this one because there's something called application security. Trust. There's something called application security. So as a officer yourself, will there be mentorship and job opportunities after the training? Like I said during the session, every day we share job opportunities on our platform. every day. Every day. We share job opportunities on our platform in cybersecurity every day because jobs are being posted every day. And most of the jobs we share are the jobs that you not find out publicly, right? So we share this. No, Son of Grace, the classes we hold in the paid group, you can't be hold on the WhatsApp group that you join. Now, the WhatsApp group you joined is the general WhatsApp group. After payment, we move you to a paid group where everybody on that group are people paid for the training. That's where you have the teaching assistant, you have the career coach, the internship manager, the technical tutor. So you have like 5 people supporting you on that group. No, we do evening classes 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you want day training, then that means you want a private class, and that's very expensive. There are many other certifications that you will get. Is there a deadline for the payment? There are many certifications. There's Blue Team certifications. There's ISC Square certification. There's ISO 27001 certification. There's Fortinet certification. There's an AWS Cloud Security certification. There are many certifications. I will send the list in the coming days. Is there a deadline for the payment? Training starts next week, Monday. Deadline is also next week, Monday. So you have to register on or before next week, Monday. Right? On or before next week, Monday. I'll just take... The paid group is on WhatsApp, but classes we hold on Zoom. Classes we hold on Zoom, and the Zoom link will be shared on the WhatsApp group, on the paid WhatsApp group, but classes we hold on Zoom. Afolabi Olukayode, yes, I know that it sounds too good to be true. Yes, the 300,000 covers everything. Career coaching, technical classes, GRC classes, internship, everything. Teaching assistant that will support you. The 300,000 covers everything. Everything. Yeah, it covers everything. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, it covers everything. It covers everything that we have listed here. Right, that's why it's a promo. That's why it's a promo. Right, so I think if you have further questions, you can send messages to this WhatsApp number. I will take it from there. Don't worry, Abayomi Ogunson, maybe Ogunson, right? The brochure will be shared on the group. So you will see everything that you will learn. The brochure for the internship. CompTIA, yes, we prepare you for CompTIA exams, and a lot of our students pass CompTIA. CompTIA is water, like there's nothing inside CompTIA, right? So don't worry about that. If I join and miss a class, how do I get the recorded session? All classes are recorded and the replay is shared. So all the replays are shared on Google Drive, right? As if I just watch the session again, I've already explained all the different aspects of cybersecurity. You might not be able to go over that again now, right? If a student misses any of the class, would they be, of course, all classes are recorded and the replay is made available. All classes are recorded and the replay is made available, right? So that is very important. All classes are recorded and the replay is made available. The replay is made available. Can you pay instrumental? Yes, you pay 200,000 now and you balance by June ending. You balance by June ending. Right, so people, thank you for your time. It's been a wonderful time, but we have to go. If you have any question that has not been answered, you can WhatsApp any of those lines and your questions will be answered. It's been a wonderful time. And I leave you with this word: don't give in to analysis paralysis. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step taken. Take that step today, right? Others took that step 6 months ago, and today they are doing well. Some of them are working already with multinationals and doing great stuff. So take that step today. Bye for now. See you all in the class. It's going to be a great one. Bye for now. Bye.